how the TikTok algorithm works. Okay, so I just finished constructing a visual representation of the algorithm. I'll walk you through step by step. If you can understand the backend very well, your chances of going viral will 10x. Okay, so at the top we have the centralized algorithm, the cloud that oversees all activity on the platform. The little squares over here are the user's content. Now here's what happens when you post a video. Your video is going to get boosted to a certain amount of people, and then a first evaluation is going to happen. Here's how the eval is going to look like. TikTok will carefully observe how people interact with your piece of content. Certain key metrics have been identified in which each has a separate weight. In other words, certain metrics have a higher value than others. So the rewatch rate has 6 points, completion rate 5 points, shares 3 points, 2 points for comments, and 1 point for like. That's where likes don't really mean that much because of click farms. It'll compile all the points that you got from your first and give that piece of content what we call a goodness score. If your content has more points than the threshold for eval 1, it'll then be boosted up to more people. So tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and so forth. And then God tier goes super viral. And there you go.
Okay, so I work in tech. And I also had a video get over 970,000 views on TikTok. And because of those two things, I think I have a pretty good understanding of how the For You page algorithm works that I would love to share. As most people know by now, TikTok will send out your video to a group of people that it thinks will like the content based on hashtags. It'll send it to people that have watched and liked and engaged with videos that have that hashtag or have similar hashtags. That's why you shouldn't put FYP or For You page as a hashtag, because that hashtag has been associated with so many different types of videos that the audience it's going to initially send it out to isn't probably aligned with what you're actually talking about. The main thing to think about is how you can tightly theme, knowing that people aren't actually searching hashtags on TikTok, but TikTok is sending out your video to audiences that like that type of content based on the hashtags. Time of day and geo also matter. I have more thoughts. Let me know if you want more.
Yo, so a lot of you guys have been asking me how I went from 0 to 200,000 followers in under 3 weeks. Well, it's pretty much as simple as understanding the TikTok algorithm. TikTok shares your video with 10 people, then 100 people, then 1,000 people, and it goes up and up and up from there. Depending on how those users, the first 10 or the first 100 or the first 1,000, engage with your video, that will tell you where your video will go in the future. Every time a user likes one of your videos, that's 1 point. Every time a user go ahead and then comments on your video, that's 2 points. When somebody shares your video with a friend, right, just like that, that's 4 points. And if somebody watches your video all the way to the end and then rewatches it again, that's 5 points. So the key to growing just as fast as I did is understanding the TikTok algorithm and utilizing it for yourself. Share this with a friend and see what happens.
I have a theory about the TikTok algorithm, and we're going to test it here. TikTok has to make money somehow, right? But we don't pay for it. I think they're having musicians pay to promote their songs behind the scenes. After a musician pays, the algorithm adjusts to show videos with that song to more users. Have you ever noticed that when you go to add a song to a video, there's always a list of suggested songs? How do you think those get there? TikTok also used to be an app called Musical.ly, and the logo is literally a music note. So I don't think it's all about the people making the videos. I think TikTok's actually using our creativity to promote the songs that we play in the background. So let's test it. I'm going to put a recommended song in this video and we'll see how it does.